Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and Casey Baer is in the house, and we are so excited to be celebrating the week that her very first single will be released. Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I could not be more excited.
How are you feeling? I mean, this is probably a week you've been waiting for a long time.
You have no idea. I've literally been waiting for this week since I was 3 years old.
Three. Wow.
Yeah. I was at the Hillary Duff concert and I was crying. And I was like,
wait, 3 years old?
Yeah, don't even go there. It's going to make us all feel much older than
I always loved Lizzie McGuire. I'm with you.
That
Continue
is a great
your story.
show.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I watch all the time, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, so take us back to that moment.
I was at the concert and I was crying. I was like, I want to be up there with her. Like, I want to sing. And ever since then, I made a promise to myself that I'm going to be a singer and I'm going to have my own music. I'm going to write my own music. And here I am.
Wow.
Amazing.
But how? How did that happen?
So many things. I started musical theater when I was 5. My first show was High School Musical.
Fun.
It was amazing. And I kind of continued with musical theater for a long time. And I always knew that I wanted to be a pop singer, but I do love Broadway and everything still. But I kept going, and then someone told me, you need to write music. And I was like, what? You do that? And I was shocked. And it was so hard to learn at first because I was like, there must be a certain way to do this. There must be something exact, like a study to it. And everyone was like, no, just kind of do it. And I was so determined to do it, but it was so hard at first. And then I learned there's literally no way to do it. And it's just kind of whatever goes with the flow. And now writing is my favorite thing to do.
I love that.
So on your Instagram profile, it says, I've probably written a song about you.
Which is honestly most likely true.
So who are you writing songs for or about?
Well, they're for me and for everyone else, because the thing about music that I love and recently-ish fell in love with, I grew up with really bad anxiety, and I obviously, still have it. But
It's not obvious, by the way. Just so you know.
I appreciate it. I try and mask it well. As the years went on, I got better at coping and masking it. But growing up, it was not easy, and I turned to music to make myself feel better. And Justin Bieber's Purpose album was the one that totally changed it all. And I am now determined I need to make someone feel even half the way he made me feel.
I love that.
So that's my whole goal with songwriting.
So speaking of purpose, and today we're talking about no is the new yes. And so what have you, I'm sure you've had to say no to a lot of things to stay on purpose. What's that been for you?
I mean, I am homeschooled. I actually just graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I always had to say no to friends and all these other different types of things that a normal teenager would do because, I'm trying to do this career. I'm trying to make all these things happen, and I don't want to go out and till 2 a.m. and then come home and not be able to wake up and do the things I need to do, and obviously get caught in trouble and stuff like that. I would never put that before my dreams.
Mm-hmm. So you were saying yes to sleep. We all vote. The whole world votes yes to sleep.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I don't sleep very much because through the night I wake up constantly, and usually I'll write music because I just have so many things on my mind, and dreams are a lot of my songs. Most of my songs are about either feelings, relationships, things that I see, and dreams. So I'll write in the middle of the night, certain ideas. So I don't get that much sleep, but I do the time well.
Yeah. You try to get that.
I try to get them. It doesn't work out, but at least I'm making progress in something during the night.
What's the greatest dream you have for yourself?
Well, growing up, my main dream, that trumped it all, was to sell at Madison Square Garden. And
dream.
it's still my dream, but now also the dream is to make someone feel the way I did through my lyrics and stories that I tell. The way I like to write music is through a story. I want to take you to the finish all the way to the end. And my whole body of work of music right now is a complete fluid thought. They all relate to each other.
So the story of your first single, My Greatest Mistake, what is that?
Well, greatest mistake is, to summarize it, I'm a teenage girl. Boys are very tough. No offense.
None taken.
But it's
They're
super
all
hard.
trouble. They're all trouble.
It doesn't matter how old you are, by the way.
Oh no.
17, 27, 37, 47.
This is not getting better. Wow. Okay, I guess there are going to be a lot more songs. But I really liked this guy, and he liked me for a certain amount of time. And then I kind of ended, and I was heartbroken. And I was like, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have fallen for him. Everyone told me not to, but I did. And I was so upset. Obviously, songwriting is like therapy for me because my feelings are being poured out on a page. And by the time I had realized all of this, I had written 9 songs about him. And that was the greatest thing I've ever done because I would have never had the inspiration to write all these songs without it. So it was a great mistake, and a lot of the times now I don't feel like it was a mistake because even though it hurts so badly, it made what I'm doing right now so possible.
Wow. I love that. It's interesting because it kind of flips our theme today on its head because we've been talking a little bit about things that we can say no to, but sometimes things and people say no to us. But it turned out to be a fantastic blessing for you.
It was. I mean, going through it, I was a wreck. And I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, like, he doesn't like me. Like, all these things that go through teenage girls' heads. And by the end, I'm like, this was a silver lining. Versus what happened, and now it's the greatest mistake I've ever made, which is a line in the song.
Yeah. A lot of the songs are, I mean, I think our culture is very driven in codependency within our songs. But I do think that there's so many blessings out of the heartache that makes and demands us to find true love within.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you found that? Do you feel like you're going to fall? We don't believe in falling in love. We believe in rising in love.
I love that. Ooh, that could be good.
So do you
right?
think-
It's a
so
song.
do you
That's
think-
a good first
So
song.
do you think you're going to
Yeah.
do you think you're going to fall again? Do you
I'll
think
put
you'll
you
fall
on.
again?
I mean, I think I definitely will because one of my favorite lines is, it's how you rise from the fall that defines you. So falling is always good experience to get music out of. Rising is also amazing. It's kind of like a big feeling that kind of changes it for me, whether it's a big amazing feeling or a big sad feeling or hard feeling, that kind of does it for me. Something so big that I need to write about.
So what was it about Justin Bieber? What was the feeling? What was it, the takeaway from Purpose for you?
You know, everybody has a purpose. Nobody's alone. And probably the biggest thing about it was feeling like I wasn't alone. Even though, I'm sure people have it too, but you never know until you know. And I was so afraid of letting other people know. I actually have a song that's going to come out soon. And it's about being afraid to tell people that I had anxiety. And then once that kind of came out and things continued to come out, that kind of raised awareness towards mental illnesses and all that type of stuff. I was more okay and open about, I have anxiety, it's okay. There are other people that do as well. So it kind of makes you feel like you're not alone and you're not just this crazy person thinking all these things.
Can you describe that experience a little bit, though? Because I think so many people are afraid to come out and have that conversation. So how did it become rewarding to you? Were there conversations? Were there comments? Were there messages?
Well, honestly, I feel like coming out and being okay with anxiety and owning it was the best thing I've ever done. Because it made me have more of a connection to other people as well. Like when other people are like, oh, I have anxiety, I'm like, oh my God, me too. And it's just like that immediate bond that really helps. And just knowing that like other people have it and you're not the only one with thinking all these things, and they could be just random thoughts that just pop in and out. And knowing that other people have them too is comforting and makes you feel better. I could not tell you why, but it's that comfort of knowing, okay, I'm not crazy. It's a normal thing. And other people go through certain things. Everybody has something. This is just, what I've got.
So tell us about the song coming out. Tell us about
So, Greatest Mistake is obviously the greatest mistake, like I just told you. But I feel like it can translate into a bunch of other different types of mistakes or great things that you've done, because it doesn't generally say like, oh, it was this person that hurt me. But the thing I love about songs is being able to take them into whatever you're feeling. Like if it's a friend or a boy or a girl or anything, you can relate it to yourself. But, you know, I feel like writing this song is super, you know, uplifting to me, and I hope it's uplifting to other people. And for friends to like be able to jam out to it, it's just like, it's so cool. Like my friends and I literally sit in a car and blast music.
And they blast your music. So
And now they're starting to blast my music, and I'm like, this is crazy. I was in the car with my friends the other day, and my friend's like, put on your song, put on your song. I'm like, oh my God, I can do that now. And we're all blasting, and I'm like, I forgot it was me for a second, and I'm like, yeah, like jamming out, whatever. And they're like, Casey, this is so good. And I'm like, oh my God, this is me. And the message is just, people tell me that they love the story, and that's the whole purpose of writing songs, because it takes you through all these different phases, which I love. And it walks you through what I felt, and if you feel the same thing, that's what feels amazing about it.
So tell everyone how they can find and follow you and get your song on Thursday.
So Greatest Mistake comes out Thursday, May 16th. I have been posting about it on Instagram, and my username is Casey Baer with 2 R's. And I'm just so excited. It's going to be everywhere, every platform you could ever think of, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music, everything. So I hope you guys stream it and love it. And I want to know what your greatest mistake is. Even if it's personal, you don't have to tell me, but just think about it.
Love that. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for
Stay tuned.
having
Back
me.
tomorrow. Good morning, LaLa Land.